Welcome back to episode 8 of Be That Girl, 2 months in.
If you just know you're that girl,
Yeah.
you just have no choice but to be that girl. And I feel like I'm that girl.
We have to say it.
I know we have to say it every time we're like, it's 7 weeks, baby.
Yeah.
Like it just has to be
Week
done.
8.
Week 8.
We're talking about girl code ins and outs.
We're breaking down girl code for you because everybody knows about bro code. Bro code is so, like, everyone knows. Even if you're not a bro, you know bro code. But girl code is so much more complex, I feel like.
There's just more. It's similar, but there's more little things. Bro code is like probably 3 things, and that's just how guys are.
And guys just like fight out their problems and then everything's fine. Like girls, it's so much
no
more.
grudges.
No grudges. Guys are so easy.
Yeah.
Girls, though, different ballgame.
Yeah.
Girl code is a different breed.
Yeah, there's a lot. And then we're also going to be talking about some of the messages and entries you guys have sent in that are kind of long, not ones that can fit into an Instagram question pop-up box.
These have been like actual DMs, which
Yes.
we're really excited about because we love answering these.
Yeah.
I think we've gotten to do one so far, so keep them coming.
Yeah, I
because we
think it's
enjoy.
interesting.
Okay, so
Weekly wish.
Yeah, this past week.
Go ahead. You did better than me.
No, then I feel like end on a good note.
Okay. Well, I didn't do my weekly wish.
It's okay, girls. You gotta hold yourself
And
accountable.
yeah, I'm very honest because I could have said that I did, but I didn't. And it was to keep up with my marketing program for West Willow, and I just got distracted with other things. So we're doing that again. That's my new one this week.
Yes, we'll have a Willer shoot this week.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of planned the concept, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, we're good.
We did a little.
Yeah.
Okay, so last episode, we were hinting at some exciting news was coming my way. Like, literally, like, right when we finished filming, like, 10 minutes later. And it kind of did, but change of plans in, like, a really good way. Basically, today, like, earlier, I was actually on the toilet, and he called me. So I had another interview.
Did you answer?
Of course.
Right away?
Yes.
Okay.
I was in shock. So earlier this week, I had another interview at this station that, like, I hadn't talked with yet, and just amazing. Everything I want. It's so close to DFW where we're from and, like, where I wanted to be close to. Long story, if you haven't heard me talk about it, I can't be in Dallas. It just isn't how the industry works. So it's just everything I wanted and more. So they offered me today. I'm signing the contract after we finish recording this. So by the time you guys are listening...
Did they already send it to you?
Yes. So by the time you guys are listening to this, I have a job for December or January. Yay!
That's so weird.
It honestly makes... It's, like, disgusting, but, like, amazing and all at once because I'm like, why?
Pretty much her offer that we were talking about last week was so good and it was exactly what you wanted. And then today it just multiplied like times 3 better.
It just got even better.
Yeah.
And like Bentley was involved because the other people, the other station that was going to offer me, reached out to Bentley for a reference on me.
It was so weird.
I put West Willow on my resume.
Yeah.
And then Bentley had to act like she was my boss. Which
she
is.
I felt old.
When I was like when you were reading to me what you said, I was like, this is so weird hearing from
like
Bentley.
I had to speak as if I was like superior to you.
Yeah, which I guess like technically you were, but I like you and I never felt like that. So
no. It was just funny.
It was interesting.
I felt like a boss.
Good friend move
for
though.
the first time
she
ever.
wrote a reference for me, and we weren't even lying.
No,
that's the best part.
Yeah, I didn't lie.
Like if you're one of your friends writes you a reference, I feel like usually it's like BS. You couldn't find anybody else. But that was facts.
Lovely.
We
love
that.
a tie like that. Okay, well, are you ready?
Girl code. So I think what I was thinking about girl code when we were like thinking about this episode, and the thing with girl code, just the overall arching thing before we get into all the rules, is there are levels to girl code.
Yeah.
Like, there's your girl code with your best ride or die girlfriends.
Okay,
there's your girl code with, like, your friends. There's your girl code with, like, acquaintances. And then, like, random girls that you've never even met in your life. Like, it varies.
Yes, there's levels.
And I think that's why we're more complex than boys. Because I feel like boys is kind of, like, standard bro code.
It's either you're the best friend or not.
Or you don't know each other.
Yeah.
Girls, it's just, like, everything's more connected.
Yeah, and intertwined, and friends of friends,
yeah,
and mutual.
complex. Because if you do something with somebody you don't even know, but you have a friend that's closer to them, then it pisses off that friend, and, like, everything's a mess.
Yes. Well, because girls are more sensitive.
We're more sensitive, and we're more complex. You know, boys
Deep.
are kind of simple. Anyways, here are the rules.
Okay. Yeah, these are just a few. This is what came to mind when we decided that this is what we wanted to do this week. I don't know if this is necessarily true girl code, but the first one I thought of was how to deal with your friends fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess respecting both sides, and like you're friends with both of them, but they're in the fight. So I guess it is kind of girl code. Like,
it is definitely girl code, because probably they're fighting because somebody else overstepped girl code.
true.
You know what I mean? So like you're on like you're just catching like the effects of it, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if you're not involved.
That's true.
This is probably one of the hardest things I think to deal with, is when two of your really good friends are fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to preserve your friendship with both.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like somebody did something so awful, so everybody's gonna like back off.
Right. Like when you're truly like in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I agree with her more or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like I've never really dealt with that much. I can't really think of a situation. I know your situation.
What are you thinking? I did deal with a situation like this with like two of my best friends, and it was around the time of my birthday too. I'm not obviously going to say like who and what happened, but it was hard. I was just very blunt with both of them to be like, look, I don't fully agree with you and I don't fully agree with you, but both of y'all are my best friends. Also, it's my birthday. So I'm going to hang out with both of y'all. I'm going to be straight up with both of y'all. Like, I'm not picking a side here. And actually, both of them did thank me, and they were like, you were such a good friend during that time, like afterwards. So I was just, very blunt, great communication through it. And I would kind of let them like rant to me, but I was like, I'm not going to like feed into anything you're saying or like agree or talk badly about the other person. Like, you know where I stand on this, and everything blew over. Everybody's still best friends, so it's fine. I think everybody had good communication through it, and then just being in the middle, I was like, I'm just gonna have to communicate with both sides very evenly and very clearly and blunt.
It could get awkward too, is another factor. Like, what are you saying to one friend and then saying to the other, even though you might be trying to say like in the middle. I guess you gotta go with your gut. There
was a couple times where I was like with both of them, and I was like, straight up, I've told her this and I've told you this, and like,
there you go.
Because I was kind of telling them the same thing, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
Maybe bring them in a room and let them hash it out.
Honestly, just
or encourage them to talk is probably the best advice.
Yes, definitely like try to give an unbiased perspective, especially if you're neutral to the situation. Like, you're not leaning more towards one side. It's easier to give a very like generic, unbiased opinion. But hang in there. It's definitely not a fun spot to be in.
No, it'll blow over eventually, though.
It does. But, I mean, that does go to say, though, if it is a fight where you do feel way more about another side, I also don't think that's bad to say if it's holding somebody accountable. Like, if they did something that's so unimaginable. Yeah,
you could be the person coming to them from, like, a not angry point of view. Like you really did that.
Yeah, like, let's own that and get through that. Yeah. It's also okay if somebody did something so unimaginable, even if it wasn't to you, but if it was to one of your good friends, to just cut ties, in my opinion.
Oh. Like, I don't want that to happen to me, so I'm just gonna distance myself.
Like, I'm thinking if it was like kind of thing. Like, if it was a group of 3 and somebody did something so awful to one of the people, like, if you're the third, I don't think it's bad to be like...
it shows equality, you don't want to be...
Yeah, it's kind of just raises a red flag. Yeah. Show some true colors.
Yeah, true.
So, I guess assess your situations and have good communication.
Yes.
Overall.
Lovely.
Next, what are the limits to dating a guy who is close to his exes?
I think that's so weird.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't trust people. I don't trust boys enough to be friends with their exes.
Yeah.
I guess if, like, it was, like, his, middle
like
school girlfriend, early high school.
Yeah, that doesn't matter, but otherwise... Like, you can be friendly.
Yeah, be kind.
Yeah. I think that's fine. But, like, hanging out, like, them two, friends, that's weird.
Talking on the phone, like, texting, that's too much.
Yeah, that would make me uncomfortable.
That would make me really uncomfortable, too. Even if it's, like, a family-friend situation, I feel like that's the most common. It's like, oh yeah, me and her are still friends because our parents are best friends.
Oh,
I still think it's weird.
That's hometown
honeys.
vibes. Oh, yeah.
Hometown honeys, they'll get you. And I still think it's weird.
Yeah, there's plenty of other guys where you don't have to deal with that, so.
No. I
might as well
I
avoid.
don't know. I guess there are people that can be friends with their exes. I've never had an ex that I would want to be friends with. Ever.
Then why'd you date?
Yeah, that's the question of the century for me, but I don't know. I don't see myself continuing after I break up with somebody.
Yeah, you obviously broke up. You don't want to be together. A boyfriend holds similar qualities as a friend, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you don't want to date them, sometimes why would you want to be friends with them?
And how do you, if you stay friends with your ex, this is a big reason I feel like I couldn't be friends with my ex, is how do you actually get the feelings to go away if you're like still in contact
True.
and seeing them all the time?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I would low-key always like have a thing for them.
Yeah.
Like so I just couldn't.
Especially the guy to the girl.
Oh yeah.
Way more than the girl to the guy.
I totally agree. So I'm like,
It's just
I just don't get how that works. It totally does work for some people, but I don't see that for me.
Overall, I would say like 98% of the time, just move on.
Yeah.
Go find someone else.
Not-
Not
like,
worth your time.
Definitely a
Or
red flag
stress.
sometimes.
Not worth the stress. That's too
No.
much. You're constantly thinking about that, even if that person might not have given you a reason
Yeah.
to think that, you know? It's just like weird.
It's weird.
How dating a friend's ex is a no-no. Well, that's just obvious.
Do not date your friend's
But
ex-boyfriend.
I was also thinking, like, the levels to friends.
Mhm.
Like, I have, like, party friends.
Yes.
And then I have, like, besties.
Yes.
And then I have, I guess, what?
Like an acquaintance.
Yeah.
What is like the standard of like who you can date versus not date? Like obviously I'm not going to date your ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
You know, and vice versa. Not just because who
say
they
the
are, but
least.
just because we're close
I mean,
friends.
yeah.
But like, how do you determine who you can date? Because everybody has an ex.
I think that a good, like, marker for that is if you feel like you would have to tell them.
Ooh, I like that. That
And
is
if
very
you
good.
don't feel like that, then whatever.
Then
but
yeah.
if you feel like you have to tell them, that's a sign.
Or I feel like if you're having like, it depends how much you and this person like interact. Like if you talk to them weekly, probably you're too close. Unless it's like in passing, like I saw you at the grocery store. But if you're like texting or like having
If you
long
keep up with their
conversations,
life.
yeah. The messy thing with this too is kind of what we said earlier is like the friends of friends. Because I can think of people that I'm like, I barely know you, but you have best friends that I'm acquaintances or like party friends with. So like if I dated your ex, even though you're very far removed from me, your friends who I'm close-ish with are going to hate me too.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's very complex.
It also depends on how that breakup with those people ended.
That's true.
Like, I'm trying to think of, like, different kinds of breakup. Like, fell out of love, cheated. Obviously, you don't want to date a cheater, so.
Yeah. Anything like toxic.
Yeah. And then, like, you just had to go different ways. Like,
Yeah.
especially this time in life, like, I feel like you're either staying together or you're breaking
Or
up.
yeah, because then
So-
like college is ending.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
I don't know. It's very complex. I think it's very situational. But I
Yeah.
like what you said. If you feel like you wouldn't have to tell them, then I think it's fine.
What if what if you feel the need to tell them, but they don't feel the need to tell you?
Oh. See, this like reminds me of Love Island.
Oh.
Because they're like, can I pull you for a chat? Like, I like your man kind of thing.
Yeah.
There are definitely people that have a different moral compass and wouldn't care to tell them.
But also, like, if we were acquaintances and I didn't feel the need to tell you, but you felt like you felt like you wanted me to tell you. Did I say that right? Then obviously there's like something in the relationship that's off.
There's
anyways.
a disconnect. That's true. And
So,
then I feel like eventually that would come out regardless. Like, oh, I thought we were closer than we really were.
I think that is a good marker.
I
Like,
think it is too.
If you feel the need, and then if they wish you did say something and you were never planning on that, then either way you're not as close as anyone thought.
Yes.
So
At the end of the day, everybody has an ex, so you can't avoid it, but
yeah.
you can be smart about it. I guess.
Also, if you're going to end up in some sort of confrontation over this guy, make a pros and cons list to see even worth it.
True. Because I guarantee if you're about to date, like, your best friend's ex-boyfriend, it's not worth it.
No.
At all.
And you know all the tea, probably, or hear from the through the
probably
grapevine.
already know everything about him.
But then there's, like, not trying to date situations, just trying to have fun.
That's awful.
So, like, your friend might not care if they're a cheater or not, they just...
Or trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, to me, I'd rather have one of my friends date my ex than just hook up with my ex, because at least you love each other and, like each other. Like, okay.
It's not just something
you can't
stupid.
Control it. Yeah, you're just, like, you couldn't find somebody else to do that with? Just have fun for the night?
Yeah.
Like, that just feels like a waste, because it's just so, like...
It's an emotional waste.
There's nothing there. Like,
Yeah.
you could have done that with anybody.
Yeah,
you
true.
can't just fall in love with anybody.
Okay, next, not hating on girls you don't know or have never spoken to.
That's a good one.
I think that this is important.
I think so, too.
That's mean girl energy, first of all.
Definitely mean girl energy.
But we all get caught up in, like, talking gossip and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So if you've never met them, never had an encounter, or they've never had an encounter in a negative way with one of your friends, then what's the point?
Especially, like, tearing them down on, like, their looks and stuff. Like, that's just nasty energy. Like, I do not like that.
Yeah, red flag on a friend.
Huge red flag.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think this is definitely against girl code to, like, not be supporting other girls, especially ones you don't know. Like, there
what's
are
the
mean
point?
girls out there. Like, if your friends are going to get together and bash a mean girl, okay. But, like, if
Well,
you're
you
gonna,
probably have a reason.
You
They
do.
probably did
That's what
something
I'm saying.
too. Yeah.
But, like, if you're bashing some random girl on Instagram that you've never even met.
Yeah, it's like being a hate comment person.
Well, and honestly, you're just jealous.
Yeah.
Like, something
Shade.
in her is bothering you that you have to keep hating on
Yeah.
her. And you've never even met her. Ever.
Yeah.
And I know everyone's guilty of this. I'll be the first to admit. Maybe not
Someone
looks,
you've
but
never met?
we've probably all talked poorly on somebody we've never met at some point.
Not random though.
Not a rando. Like, somehow you
Like
know of them.
I would be exposing myself, but I would probably say something bad about someone that did something to you.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, so
Like, but I never met them, but they did something to you.
like your ex-boyfriend's ex-girlfriend that you've never met. You're probably going to say something bad about them at some point because you low-key are like, wait, like he dated you too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But, like, if you have literally no reason at all, which in that scenario, most of the time you don't have a reason, like, just don't do that.
Yeah.
It's a growth moment.
Yeah, just be aware of your surroundings and what you're saying.
Be a girl's girl. We
Yeah.
literally, at the end of this year, I'm going to rack up how many times we've said that in episodes, be a girl's girl, because I swear that's, like, our catch line.
That would be hilarious.
No, there's so many. Every episode, I swear we say it 5 times. Because it's true.
It is true. And that's how you be that girl.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you be Haley
root
Bieber.
to being, yeah, for real. That's the root to being that girl, is being a girl's girl. Another part of girl code is being the girl that's, like, on the lookout for girls in, like, bad situations. So, like, example, like, creepy men at the bar. Like, if a girl's, like, way too intoxicated and, like, guy's just, like, creepy all over her. And I'm not even saying, like, a creepy old man. He could be, like, literally so hot, too. But if she, like, looks
vibes.
uncomfortable and he's just being kind of, like, too much, be that girl, like, goes up to her and it's like, oh my god, I haven't seen you in so long, like, pretending like you know her to, like, try to reel her out of the situation.
You wanna go to the bathroom?
Do you want to go to the bathroom with me? Or, like, come here, let me get you a drink.
I've
And don't
never
make me
had
get her
to
a drink.
do that. Have you?
No. Maybe not for somebody I don't know, but I've definitely, like, kind of swooped in on, like, friends.
Yeah.
I've never done it
Save
for a
a
rando.
friend.
But I also am very paranoid and observant, and I feel like I would notice it. Like, I feel like this will happen to me eventually.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And I'll be ready.
Yeah, I see, like, guys on TikTok even seeing a girl uncomfortable with another guy. This guy was at Target, and he went and swooped in on this girl and was like, hey, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you doing? And she was like, what? Because she was actually fine. But it was kind of funny.
And better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
That's honestly a green flag in a guy if he's, like, the type of guy that will, like, swoop in and help a girl out without being, like, creepy or, like, trying to, like, get with her. Like, he's just genuinely, like, on the lookout.
Yeah, he's aware of his surroundings.
And, like,
protecting
people that need to be protected.
Yeah. We can
Green
add
flag.
that to our that guy.
That guy
episode.
list.
Yeah.
For real.
Be honest when your friend asks how they look.
Yes.
Because you want an honest answer when you ask them.
Yes, there's no, and like, don't be nasty. Like, there are people that will be like, this is my opportunity to put you down so I feel better. So don't do that, but be like helpful. Like, if something like really is just not working, there's a straight piece of hair, like fix it.
Yeah.
I also feel like you can do this with like randos sometimes. Like, if a girl's like has toilet paper on her shoe or something.
Yeah,
Like, hey,
yeah.
like, you know, at the
Yeah.
bar, like, help her out.
Yeah.
I feel like that's huge girl code.
This is making me think of, like, when I stand up, will you check?
Yes. Or like, I'm gonna walk in front of you. Or lipstick on the teeth.
Yeah.
There's like little things.
Oh,
Like,
I always tell people about their lipstick.
I got a lot of that last weekend.
You
My lipstick
did?
was a mess, apparently.
Were
I
you
didn't
wearing
even know
red?
it. Yes.
Oh.
And so many people were like, your lipstick. I was like, again.
You gotta do the finger trick.
This.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know what I was doing. I kept retouching it up when I was like not in any place to be putting on red lipstick.
That's one of the hacks we learned on YouTube when we were in 6th grade.
Yes, I did too. And I would do it for every cheer competition. And I would have just the
Nice.
red ring on my finger.
Yeah,
And I would
yeah.
leave it. I don't know why.
Cute.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird stuff. Anyways.
Yeah, you can just be like, if someone, I'm thinking of like someone comes out in an outfit like, do you like this? I'd be like, what about with white pants instead?
Yeah, be helpful, suggest.
Yeah,
new
don't
options.
just say no.
Or don't be like, no, that doesn't look good. Well, okay, just say, no, actually, you're like, you should do this instead.
Yeah.
Also, this goes with Instagram, too, now that I'm thinking about it. If
Yeah,
somebody sends you
post.
pictures and they're like, are these cute? Be honest.
Yeah.
Before they post it to the
Don't
world.
ruin them.
No. Oh my god, what if, like, it really isn't that good and, like,
Yeah.
or, like, bad Facetunes?
Oh.
I have seen
That's
people
bad.
post some bad Facetunes, and I'm like, did your friends not see this first?
Mm-hmm.
Like, or do you just have bad friends?
The Toast Girls. I bring them up literally every day. Okay, well, anyways, they had someone write in because her friend was face tuning so bad, and she needed advice on how to, like, approach it.
Tell that. You know who the worst type of girl is? The girl that Facetunes herself bad, but then will Facetune bad the other people in the picture.
Don't face tune your friends.
Do not
That's
Facetune
that's
your
girl
friends.
code.
I have one specific person in my mind that does this, and
face tunes friends?
other people in the pictures. And then the other people will post the same picture, and
And it
everybody
doesn't
looks
look-
normal. And I'm like, it's so obvious.
I
Every
mean,
single time she posts, she does this.
Like, if you whiten your teeth a little, like, don't leave your friends in the dust there.
True, but she'll like put on like eyeshadow on them and on
Oh.
herself. Just be an honest queen.
Yeah. With all of this.
Honest is hottest.
Nice.
Okay, on the topic of being out, honestly, this could be like in person or like non-person, but don't ditch your friend or friends for a man. Like, don't leave your friend at a bar by herself for a boy, but then also like don't ditch your group of friends constantly for your boyfriend or like a guy.
Mm-hmm.
You will regret that so bad.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be like a month-long fling, and then you missed out. Like, don't you have FOMO?
Yeah, for real. Or it could be like a long-term relationship too, and then you're gonna break up with them eventually and be like, well,
Yeah.
I'm nobody, it's been 2 years. Like,
True.
it's
Yeah,
bad.
not good. Not
Or
good.
if it's like in the night, like when you're out, that is so dangerous to just leave somebody by themselves.
This is making me think of, like, me and Liv, freshman year, we were just, us two, we would just go out.
Mm-hmm.
And if she left me, or I left her ever,
That's scary.
I would be terrified,
Yeah.
especially in Lubbock, and especially in Depot.
Oh my gosh. There was one time where I did get left, and
Alone completely.
like I probably knew some people at the bar, but like nobody that I was like close with was left, and I was so scared. I like called like one of the Delt pledges at the time to come get me because I was so scared. But
Yeah.
I was like a freshman. Like that's terrifying.
Oh
Ugh.
my gosh, this is making me think of Delt Recon freshman year.
Oh yeah, Bentley got lost. We were all in the mosh
I got
pit.
lost from every single one of my friends.
and we went with a
It
huge
wasn't on
group.
purpose.
No.
But like 15 core squad girls. And I lost every single person.
I don't even know how that happened.
I think I like went to go get a drink
Oh.
with Liv. And then Liv went to the bathroom and I didn't need to go, and I thought everyone was just like right there.
Oh.
And then I went to go find everyone, no one was there, and then Liv wasn't in the bathroom anymore. So then I was like,
and the cell reception was like literally.
oh my gosh,
zilch.
nothing. I was texting everyone so many times, and then I made a friend. And we actually knew the same person that went to my high school. It was pretty funny.
Well, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, but then I had to Uber for the very first time alone.
Oh.
But I got lucky. It was just like a college kid. But scary.
Very.
Okay, if you feel the urge to give someone a compliment, do it.
Yes.
This happens to me when I get tipsy.
You're just like compliment queen?
Compliment queen.
I
like,
love it.
when I say my first compliment, that's how I know.
Oh, God. It's gonna happen.
Because usually I do, like, I kind of, like, keep it in. Like, oh, I like her shoes. Or, oh, I love her outfit, whatever. But I need to be better. But
I like that.
it's just do it, because imagine how you feel when someone gives you a random compliment.
I feel like I just like split it out.
It makes my day when I get random compliments.
I agree.
Like, I don't forget about it.
The best part is when you like think like, oh, my hair looks really good today, and then somebody else notices it. You're like, yeah, I did that. Like, it really does look good. That validation is good. The girls, you know where the best place to be in the world is?
What?
Is the girls' bathroom at a bar.
Yeah.
Like, it's so safe
It
there.
really is. It really is.
Everyone is like, babe, do you need toilet paper? You want to use my lip gloss? Like,
oh, sure, here, look, I just got it. It's brand new.
yeah, they're like, it's just such a happy place. I've like cried, and there was one time where I was crying in the bathroom at Logie's.
Like, sad?
Yeah.
Oh.
And, oh my God, I literally had a whole squad around me, like, making me feel better. I didn't know a single one of them.
Wow.
Like, the girls' bathroom is such a special, sacred place. And the boys could never.
No.
Could never. They're, like, trying to, like, hide in their urinals because they're nervous. But I just love it
Fun
there.
fact, actually, I don't know what the layout of a urinal is, obviously. Sometimes they don't have divider things.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes they're just open. Like, you're just in the room.
That sounds like jail.
No, yeah, that's, like, horrible. Like, we have such a nice, comfy, private little stall every single time.
Yeah.
You know what the other bad part about being a boy is? Is, like, if you have to go number 2, everyone knows.
Everyone knows because you're in the stall.
Yeah, like,
Yes.
we don't have that issue.
No.
Like, if it has to happen in public, they'll never know.
Yep. Kinda.
I mean, hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's not as exposing.
If you bring your poopery, sponsor us.
Yes, and put the toilet paper at the bottom of the bowl first, so it doesn't, like, make a noise.
Uh-huh.
Girls' bathroom is a tea place. I love, like, being in line. If I'm, like, by myself, I, like, listen to everybody else's, like, tea that they're spilling, because they're like, oh my God, did you see so-and-so's with them? Like, I'm so mad. Like, everybody spills tea in line.
I do that when I'm walking to class.
No, I do that too.
Because I don't put I have this walk, I don't listen to music.
Yeah, it's too short.
Yeah,
like.
and I'll walk past people, like, on the phone or, like, talking with their friend, and they're like, I can't believe that he said that. And I'm like, said what?
What did he say, though?
Don't let your best friend text her ex.
Don't do it. If they're telling you that they're texting them, especially, don't be like, oh my God, that's crazy. Be like, dude, why?
You guys got Twitter fingers?
Unless it's, like, they were, like, an amazing ex, but I feel like that's rare.
That's not even real life if that's happening to you.
Yeah.
So, no.
But, like, if they're texting their toxic mans, cut it off.
Maybe if you know their password, get on their phone and change it.
Maybe, like, change his name so she can't, like, figure out.
Oh, yeah.
This is also very hard to stop, though.
Yeah, because they go off in secret.
Oh my God. Yeah, when I was sneaking around with my ex-boyfriend about this time last year,
Yeah, it kind of was.
There was no stopping me.
Don't stop me now.
Like, I wish someone would have, but, like, I don't think y'all could have.
No, you wouldn't have listened. That's the other thing. If they don't listen, they don't listen.
Like, you can stop wasting your breath. But at least, like, in the first few times you're finding out about it, like, at least you put it out there.
Yeah, it's kind of like last episode. You just gotta say your piece.
Say your piece and leave it at that, I guess. But, yeah, there was definitely no stopping me there.
Nope, you're a little mouse on the run.
I was on the run. I was turning off my location. Like, y'all didn't know what that meant. Like,
yeah. Dumb.
I tell everybody everything. So the minute if I go low key, everyone knows what it is. Well, not anymore, but at that time. Like,
yes.
If I turn off my location, where else was I going that I couldn't be?
Yeah. You little rat. So now we're going to be reading off your listener dilemmas, is what I titled it.
I love.
So again, these are just DMs and entries that we got on our website that you guys sent in, and they're just a little bit longer than usual. So
the girls are going through it.
Yeah, kinda. So first entry we have here says, So, how do you mentally move on from the sorority life, college party life, and really head into into your transition into young adulthood? I know you've touched on this before, but for example, I go to the University of Oklahoma, so like big Greek school. I'm going early alum because I'm just ready to move on, LOL mood. No bad blood or anything. However, all my best friends, roommate, basically just everyone is still stuck in toxic Greek life agenda, and I'm just not here for it, especially this time of year with recruitment going on. Okay, so this was a few weeks ago.
I feel like I can relate to this a lot.
Yeah.
I early alummed, but like I don't think I ever thought I would early alum. Like I was running for exec. I was like so invested still. Like I had a position every year of being in my sorority and loved it still. Like it was kind of like I was very upset when I had early alum. Our whole friend group was like, we're leaving. And I was like the last one that was like, okay, I guess I will too, because I didn't end up getting my position for some reasons that I won't even get into, but also other reasons. I didn't want to keep paying for it, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sucked. And I feel like it was just like easier, I guess, because all of our friends left. And also, I don't think we really had a toxic Greek life experience. There were elements that were toxic, but I think that I noticed them being involved more than most, I guess.
Yeah.
It was things that, like, to a just member, they would have never known was going on. Anyways, so I think that made it a little better that I had people that were leaving with me.
You were definitely holding on more than the rest of the group.
I was.
Which I feel like is kind of opposite of what she's
Yeah, you're
saying.
definitely the first to go and the first sick of it. And so I think that's almost a harder position to be in, to be the first, the only one that's over it.
Yeah.
I would say, I guess it could be different every school. We had so many friends in so many other sororities, and a lot of them just didn't care, especially by the time you were a junior. So I would maybe just start plugging into like other groups of friends, and also you can still be friends with your friends in the sorority even if you're not going to the events with them. I don't know how diehard sorority girls your friends are. Ours, I was the most invested, and I still wasn't diehard. Like it wasn't all they talked about, kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of hard to navigate.
I think it's going to make you kind of feel left out, I guess, at some points.
Yeah.
But you have to remind yourself, like, I didn't want to go to that anyways.
Yes, like you did not want to be there.
Which I personally, like, I didn't feel left out of anything.
No.
Like, I wasn't having FOMO ever. But if you are, you're obviously making the decision that you want.
Yes.
So I think it's fine. And I guess, I don't know, like, what... Is that OU? I don't know what OU's like. I feel like I think they live in the houses too. Yeah. Okay, so that's another factor. I guess you're a junior, so you're not really dealing with that anymore. Don't get to move out. But still, like, it's more, like, secluded when you live in the house.
True, we don't live in, so it's kind of like everybody hangs out with everybody kind of thing.
But even then, if you have, like us, we have, like, friends sprinkled everywhere, and then our, like, core friend group, it really, like, doesn't affect you. There's a few events that they'll go to that you won't be able to go to anymore, or you could even go as, like, a date with one of your girlfriends. You guys still can all go on the frat stuff. You can still go out and have pre-games and whatever. Like, it's just that really tiny sliver of your life. And if you have good friends, I don't think that you need to X them out just because you are in the sorority anymore. Yeah. It's such a small part, and you'll look back on that even more once you're out.
And that was a good point. Like, on a week-to-week, day-to-day basis, it's not like they're going to be, like, sorority every day and you're left out every day. Like, they have chapter once a week, which nobody likes chapter anyways. And then they'll have, an event every once in a while that you can't go to, maybe, like, a formal. But, like, you can go to the frat formal with them. Like, you can go on the day-to-day night outs and, like, the normal weekends.
The frat stuff is more fun anyways.
Way more fun because you can get rowdy. You can't be rowdy at the sorority stuff.
Yeah.
So, I think don't let it... Hopefully, it's been a few weeks in the school year. Hopefully, you're not letting it bog down your school year, and you continue to not let it bog down your school year because you said you weren't looking forward to it. Now, if your friends are... You said something about toxic. If your friends are being a little too toxic, then maybe... explore some new options.
What's toxic Greek life?
I think that Greek life has some elements of toxicity. Like, you know, you hear about the Alabama girls, a lot of comparison, very stuck up. I think we were fortunate to never have that. I feel like tech doesn't have a toxic Greek life environment.
Yeah.
I don't also know a ton about OU Greek life, so I don't exactly know to the extent of what you're experiencing, but obviously it sounds bad enough that you're like very, very over it. So if your friends are really caught up in it and are being toxic, then
yeah.
it's a blessing in disguise that you left.
Definitely. TBD.
TBD.
First, give a compliment if you feel the urge to give someone one because it's going to make their day.
Yes, it will. To buy, Bentley changed my life with this. How do you say this, actually? Because I totally butched this in a TikTok the other day.
I think it's La Roche-Posay.
Oh.
And then Effaclear Duo is the product.
It's like an acne treatment. Bentley told me about this in the last episode. Can't remember if I kept it in. We kind of went on a rant with it. Regardless, it has changed my life and Bentley's.
Yeah.
And I owe you my life for telling me about this.
It's so good. I put it on my face every night. And I kind of use a lot. Like, I'm already out. I do every part of my face.
Me too.
It's not like a spot treatment.
Yeah.
And it, like, changed my skin.
It's fire.
Especially when you stay consistent. So, if you're dealing with little bumpies like I was.
Same.
Even like big pimples, too, I feel like.
Zaps them, I feel like.
It
that
just
and a pimple
works
patch,
in every way. Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Deny picking men over your besties. We've
Not
already
hard.
gone over it. We don't have to again. You know what you need to do and don't do.
It's not a hard decision.
It's not hard. Girls are better.
Girls are better.
We're
Girls
way
win.
more fun. Okay, Vent. What's your weekly wish?
My weekly wish is a repeat from last week because I didn't do it. So I am going to grind on my marketing stuff this week for West Willow.
Yay.
Period.
We love it. I mean, I don't even know what I want in this life anymore. Like, I'm so content right now.
You have everything you could ever want.
Like, in this moment right now, I'm chilling.
Yeah. Her life is wrapped up with a big pink bow on it right now.
Well, we love you, queens.
See you next time, and follow up if we read your comment.
Please.
Bye.
Bye.
If you just know you're that girl,
Yeah.
you just have no choice but to be that girl. And I feel like I'm that girl.